Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well today. So I'm going to be talking about things that you should never do when you are in Germany, or rather things that you should never do or say when you are in Germany. And to be honest, I'm a foreigner in this country, yeah, obviously. And I've gotten in a few trouble for saying the wrong things or doing the wrong things. And of course, this was nothing that I did on purpose. No, it was not I didn't do it intentionally. And so I just thought I should share this with you guys, just in case you're planning to come here. And yeah, so watch until the end so that you can save yourself some, I don't know, some embarrassment. So yeah, anyway, when you're here, please do not jaywalk. Jaywalking in Germany is the most baddest thing you could ever do, basically. So in my country, South Africa, crossing a red traffic light is really normal. As long as there's no cars, you are allowed to pass. Like, kein problem, no problem. You know, like, just do it. It's okay, alles gut. So when you do it here, it's literally the worst thing ever. You can get fined for doing it, and also because I mean, you're not gonna have anybody recording or the police always checking if people are doing it, but the people will be the cops at that moment. They're gonna be giving you this face like, what the hell are you doing? Don't do it. Like, they're gonna be staring at you like you are a mad ass person walking. It's crazy. So do not do it. Save yourself some embarrassment, and probably there could be one of those citizens who are like so brave to even shout at you for doing it. So save yourself some embarrassment and don't do it. So talking about jaywalking, if you're driving, learn to always drive slow on the right lane or further right lane. Don't drive slow on the left lane, which is a fast lane. Do not do it. I've seen a lot of road rages happening because of this. So if you're here, do not do it. My gosh, I am so afraid of driving in Germany because of things I've seen. Just like driving in the wrong lane, making a little mistake. I just feel like the drivers here are quite impatient, and that makes me very afraid of driving here. Maybe impatient is the wrong word to use, but I think people here are really good drivers. They really know how to drive and they know their way around a lot of times. I've realized. And they happen to be not so nice to people who are lost or people who are driving slow on the road, I've realized. So yeah, so I'm really afraid of driving here, but I have to, and I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I am so afraid. Ugh. And also, since I have a bike, I've been riding around the city, and I remember I got in the city center with my bike, and I didn't know this was wrong. I mean, I'm not from here. And then I was actually, there were these people walking in front of me, of course, and then I rang the bell, cling, cling. This guy, he stopped and he shouted at me, and so on, which was sad. I didn't know, you know? And I'm like, I'm not from here. I really didn't know. You know, I had to explain myself that he didn't even budge, like he didn't care about that. He messed it on my case. And yeah, so I've had to learn the hard way. So don't drive your bike in the city. Don't drive your bike in the pedestrian lane. Don't drive your bike. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, so be very careful and always be in the correct lane for the bike. Always make sure that I've gotten in trouble doing that. Also, I didn't know, because in my country, I've never really ride a bike. Like, it's not really big in South Africa. So over here was like, okay, I didn't know. I had to learn a lot about riding a bike over here. So don't do it. Any noise on Sundays, I mean, like vacuuming noise, I'm talking about music, I'm talking about drilling noise. Don't make any noise like that. And all shops are actually closed on Sundays. Every shop is closed on Sundays, except for your cafes, except for church, except for restaurants also. So I remember recently, I think about last month actually, I was streaming live for church, and I was really feeling everything, and I decided to I decided to increase the volume. You know when you're feeling something, the music or the pastor preaching, like the Holy Spirit in, and I was just feeling everything, and I would increase the volume further and further and further until my neighbor knocked on the door and politely asked me to turn down the music, and which I did. And I was so embarrassed, like crazy. I was really embarrassed, and I felt bad. I mean, I'm in their country and I have to respect every rule of this country. And yeah, you just gotta adapt, man. It's not my country and I can't come here and stop my own rules. And I always knew about this rule, to be honest, but it was just a matter of, it just happened at the moment and I couldn't control it. It just happened, really. And also, you're actually allowed to lodge an official complaint against this. So don't do it. So the Germans are really embarrassed about their history. If you're here, please do not mention Hitler's name. Nobody cares about him. Nobody wants to be associated with Hitler. So do not mention his name. And also, don't be showing any form of Nazi signs, symbols. Don't do it. Like the Nazi salute, do not do it. Never do anything associated with these people. So I know also you can actually get arrested up to 3 years for doing that. So it's actually a criminal offense. So do not try that. No. So if you are visiting a local's house, please do not enter with your shoes on. At first I thought that was the weirdest thing ever, like it's just shoes. I always enter into people's house with my shoes, like it's normal, you know. But over here you don't do it. Don't enter into anybody's house with your shoes on, or rather ask if you can actually do it, and maybe they might allow you to do it. And I know in the summer they're usually a bit chilled, and if you ask they tend to allow you to get in with your shoes. But I know in the winter it's like a big no, of which I could imagine why they don't allow you, because I mean winter, there's a lot of snow, it's usually wet, and I wouldn't allow you to get in my house with your wet shoes also. It just doesn't make sense, you know. So well, another thing, the Germans actually have a cupboard or like a basket where they actually have a few slippers made for guests, and they just offer you one, and just for you to walk around and yeah, just be free and walk around in the house, which I'm still not used to. I find it weird wearing somebody's shoes. I really find it so weird. But if you find it weird, you can always bring your own slippers or your own socks to walk around freely in their homes. So you can choose either way you want to do it. And lastly, please do not tell a German that they're over drinking. I've done it twice, that's my truth. I just didn't know. It's just so weird, man. How does somebody drink beer, bottles of beer, and then next thing they're having some shots, and then next thing they're onto this and this, and just like, and they're still standing straight, still talking, still alive, still fresh. For me, that's like unbelievable. I find it so unbelievable, and I just have to mention it. I'm just like, you know, I just really have to mention it. So I've gotten in a few troubles for saying that, like, I've gotten a few troubles for that. I think they find it offensive that I'm on that case about them drinking. I'm not saying stop drinking. Don't you wanna just take a break type of thing, you know? And I didn't mean it in a bad way. I really didn't. I just don't want to be walking around with somebody walking from left to right, behind and stuff. So I just did it because I was caring for the person. But don't do it. I'd actually like to know about your experience as a foreigner. What did you do wrong? Just drop it down below in the comments, and let's interact. Let's engage, of course. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. Thank you for taking the time to subscribe to my channel, for liking my videos. I am very grateful. And yeah, I cannot wait to see you guys in the next video. So have a beautiful week.